hope you're doing well. I thought for today's video we can do a kind of whistle stop tour of my hair care routine, how I style, what products I used, what I asked for at the hairdressers, just a complete overview. I've had a few really nice comments about my hair recently, so thank you very much if you were one of them people. I thought we could start off with what I asked for at the hairdressers. I got my hair coloured for the first time in February, so before that I had just my natural hair colour, and I will pop a picture on the screen of my inspiration. I wanted to look sun-kissed but still brunette, and my hairdresser absolutely delivered. I've had it topped up one time since then, and last week I actually got a toner, which is why my hair is actually probably looking a bit darker than it did in my last few videos. But that's just because I toned out some of the yellow. My hair went so light in the sun. But that's kind of exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to look natural. In terms of cut, I always say to her, take off what you think I need. So my hair's had a big cut last week, but I'd rather it looks healthy and blunt on the ends. That adds to your hair looking healthy so much. Straggly ends are just never a good look. And then I get some layers and face framing just so it sits better when it's wavy, because I always have my hair curled or wavy. I never really have it straight, so yeah, that is what I ask for at the hairdressers. In terms of hair care, hair wash, so let's run through my typical hair wash routine. I used the Garnier Ultimate Blends Rice Milk Shampooing Conditioner. That is my favourite. I know people say that you should use salon grade and don't buy any supermarket shampoo, but it really works for my hair. It seems to be available everywhere. When I went travelling, I was able to buy it everywhere that I needed it. It smells really good, it doesn't weigh my hair down, so that's what works for me. I understand that might not work for everyone, but I really like that. Every other hair wash I will use a hair mask. At the minute I'm using the Jizu Honey hair mask, but my all-time favourite is the Sheer Moisture Black Castor Oil one. And I will use like that much, like a little blob, and just run that mainly through my ends and mid-lengths, take it up onto the front bits, and that is what works for me. So when I get out of the shower, I use 3 products on my hair. So starting off, I use the Milkshake Whipped Cream Leave-In Foam. This was actually recommended to me by my hairdresser, and it is, so it says no rinse, conditioning and protective creamy foam for all hair types. So this smells absolutely incredible, and as the name suggests, it does come out like whipped cream. I will show you. So not only does it make my hair feel good and smells absolutely insane, it also is really fun to use. It smells kind of like a milk bottle sweet, if you know what I mean by that. I should have brought tissue in with me, that was not good prior thinking. So once I've used that, I will use the Kérastase Ultimate Elixir. So just 1 pump of this through the ends of my hair, because I do get quite a few split ends, so it just helps to keep them in check. And then the last product that I use, which I hope everybody uses, is heat protectant. I just use the Tresemme, nothing fancy, but it does the job. So I'll spray all of these on wet hair, and then 9 times out of 10 I let my hair air dry. I very rarely blow dry my hair. If I do, I will borrow my sister's Dyson hairdryer and just use the brush attachment and brush it all the way back. But I like to just leave my hair to air dry. I do not go to bed with my hair wet as well, because that is something that will give you a lot of breakage. I used to be really bad for that, and then my hairdresser told me off. And that's my typical hair wash routine. Next up, we'll move on to how I actually style my hair. So I have kind of 3 options I tend to go for. First up, my most common is heatless curls. My favourite heatless curls method is sock curls. I will pop a demo in now of how I use my sock curls. So for my sock curls, I need a pair of fluffy socks and some dry shampoo. These socks say shush I'm reading on, which is very apt. So I will pump my hair down the middle and spray my dry shampoo. like so. So then you look grey for the rest of the night. That is fine. You need to hold the sock so that you have the toe in your mouth. I'm going to completely embarrass myself for this, so I hope you appreciate it. So, right, and then we're going to wrap our hair around the rest of the sock. Then we're going to take the toe and hold it flat against the hair like this, and then you're going to take the ankle and flip it up over the rest of the sock like this. So I'll do it again on the other side so you can see. So we're taking the toe, hold the toe down, and then flip the ankle up like this, and honestly it gives you such nice curls. And this is in real time. It took me under 2 minutes. So this is your sign to start curling your hair. My trick is to always use dry shampoo, but always use it the night before. It works so much better. It has so much longer to absorb the oils. Do not rub it in, don't brush it in, just spray it on and then put the sock curls in and leave it overnight. When you brush it through in the morning, it will have worked so much better. So I just use Batiste. I'll use the dry shampoo, just the normal one, or they have an overnight one, which I also really like. My second option of hairstyles that I do would be pin curls. I filmed a demo yesterday of me doing my hair with pin curls, so I will pop that in now. So basically I get these pin curl clips from Amazon, and you can get a pack for super cheap. I think it was probably £5 for 100, and they will last you so long if you don't lose them. So I will separate from my ear down, from my eyebrow down, and then the top section. So I work in 3 sections. I always curl away from my face, and I use the Molly May curler. I don't know what it is about this curling one, but it makes your hair so shiny. I really like it, and I have it set at 180 degrees, and I don't ever put it up. So I wrap the hair around away from my face. I hold it for maybe 8 seconds, and then I catch the curl in my hand and hold it there for maybe 5 seconds to let it set a little bit in that curl, and then I will pin it to my scalp. That sounds really aggressive, but I will pin the curl and then just work my way around. There's nothing crazy to how I do this. When I get to the top section, I always lift away from my face, so I hold the hair at the angle that it is coming out of my head. I don't know how to explain that any better, but I will try and direct the hair upwards for more volume, because my hair does not naturally get very much volume at all. And then I leave it for maybe, well, it depends. Sometimes I'll do my hair before I do my makeup, in which case I'll just take it out when I finish my makeup. Some days I'll leave it an hour, some days 10 minutes, it depends on how long I have. But this is my go-to hairstyle if I am going out, if I'm going out for a nice dinner, for some drinks, and it will last really nicely. And as it drops, I think it actually looks nicer the softer the curls get, because you'll just be left with lovely loose waves. So my last hairstyle all revolves around claw clips. I absolutely love claw clips. I very rarely will use a hairband or a scrunchie in my hair, and I think this is a trick for less breakage because they're so much more gentle on your hair. So especially as my hair is getting greasier through the week, these are my best friends. You'll notice the first few days I'll have some hair out the front, and then after that is a slick back claw clip. And if I'm doing a slick back, I will use the Eco olive oil gel with a backcomb brush, which is a game changer. I'm no pro, but even I find that doable. So I would really recommend that if you want to prolong your hair washes, because as we all know, the less you wash your hair, the better. I wash my hair about twice a week, so normally a Saturday and a Wednesday. And I'm aware that I have spoke really quickly, so hopefully I've not forgotten anything, but I hope that you have enjoyed my kind of whistle-stop tour. If you do have any questions, please do let me know, because I'm more than happy to answer any questions or help anyone out. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me ramble for 10 minutes, and I hope that you have a lovely day, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!